Lo. Tunggu sekejap baru terus. Tunggu sekejap. Oh. Tunggu sekejap. Tunggu sekejap. Aku nak kena buka YouTube ni. Tengok okey ke tak. Okey. Tunggu sekejap. Tunggu sekejap. Masih boleh dengar kan? Tunggu sekejap. Tu aku punya ni tengah loading sah. Okay. On the way. Tu kita tengok tu. Okay. I'm done. Yo, what's up? Yes sir. Sambung. Oh shoot, something wrong. Okay, boleh. Dah okay. Okay. Okay, sambung. Nak kena pergi mana? Ni pintu mana? Tak pernah nampak pun. Loading. Biasa tu. Dia punya loading lama tu. Aku nak kena pergi keluar sana lah. Asal aku masuk sini balik. Ya, asal orang tu masih ada kat dalam tu? Wait, what?
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes. Yes, I'll be. As soon as I can see the sky again.
Asal tak keluar? Bukan aku boleh makan dia. Ini tak apa lah. Tak apa. Kita sambung sorry. Aduh, loading lagi. Tunggu jap. Aku datang balik pun tak ni lagi. Start lagi. Bagus satu cam hilang. Tunggu ya, aku nak betulkan cam. Lepas tu ada Vampyr dekat belakang kanan. Vampyr kot. Oh, kat depan tu. Tunggu ya. Kalau aku jalan slow, dia perasan tak? Oh tak, kalau aku jalan slow. Kita perasan apa kalau aku jalan slow. Bagus lah tu. Sekejap. Aku nak kena ni. Macam mana aku nak naik atas tu balik? Pintu apa ni? Tak pernah nampak kan? Tak nak lah, tak apa. Tu kejap lagi lain kali. Oh, okey. Macam mana aku nak lalu? Aku kena lalu kat kawasan korang tak? Lawan je lah.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
Tak kena pun. Yang besar berbahaya. Tak apa lah, tak lawan. Waste energy. Aku salah jalan. Sekejap, wave besar berat lah. Wah, salah tekan. Kejap, aku pakai weapon ni. Oh, oh, tu weapon besar siap. Apa? Mana to provide any case of Spanish flu. Stay at home. Sama macam corona. Sama kan? Kan. Ya, aku nak pergi mana tu? 152. Ya, aku kat sini. Oh, situ siap. Jauh lah. Tu jauh sangat tu. Oh, ada loot. Aluminium powder. Bodoh, aku baru nak serang ni. Banyak lah. Sekejap. Weapon aku salah ni. Weapon aku salah. Patutlah. Stun. Okay, yang ni. Ui, mati terus. Gila kuat. 2 hit. Aku mati terus. Gila kuat dia tu. Tommy. No, Tommy. Oh, yang tu kau tak lawan susah. Oh, ya ke? Susah gila. So aku tak lawan lah. Aduh, sakit. Nah, ambil tu. Ya, aku susah. Oh ya, aku susah. Tadi aku lawan susah. Tunggu jap. Oh no. Aduh, aku salah tekan lagi. Oh, fuse. Okay, yang ni. Lepas tu yang ni aku tak boleh tukar yang ni. Yang ni macam susah gila. Malah aku nak run. Tak apa lah. Kalau susah tak payah. Ya, takkan dia tak lawan dengan benda ni. Aku nak try sekali lah. Boleh tak? Oi. Oh, gila. 2 hit. Betul lah cakap kau. Kuat. Okey. Okey, kau. Gila dia 2 hit. Macam tadi juga. Tommy. So terpaksa juga ikut yang jalan tu lah sama. Aduh. Terus macam mana nak kalahkan dia? Kau pernah kalahkan dia tak? Susah. Okay lah, kalau macam tu aku tak lawan lah. Ni aku tak perasan lah dia ni. See the must keep off the street from until 5 AM. Oh. Oh, okay. Aku tak lawan. Tukar weapon jap. Oh, okay, weapon semua betul. Bilik apa? Bilik apa ni? Tak pernah nampak pun. Ada loot ke? Aku tak boleh masuk kan? Oh, tak payah. Ya, asal. Apa? Apa? Bukan. Okay, yang benda tadi dia orang dah kalahkan Gila lah. Dia lagi kuat dari aku. Sebab dia orang ramai.
It's a leech! Kill it! It's a leech! Kill it!
Siapa? Oh, dia baling sebuk tu, patut lah. Okay, dah kelar dah. Jangan lupa, aku nak pergi mana tadi? Oh, jalan street sini. Oh, naik atas dia.
I'll put an end to you!
Tak boleh? Oh, tak boleh lah. Ui, sakit tu. Eh, aku lelak lah.
He's dead!
Chill. Tak, kawan dia tak turun. Oh, bagus tu. Oh, kena balik. Cik. Tambah. Tunggu jap. Okay. Sakit. Aha. Dapat apa? Wah, dia duduk lah dia orang ni. Lupa sekali. Oh. Memang tak. Ada apa? Macam banyak loot je tu. Tapi level 12 aku bawa level 6 lah. Tak nak lah. Takkan yang tu tak perasan belakang ni ada something. Aku nak kena pergi sana je. Ni boleh buka.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Asal dia tepi ni?
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it! Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lappy. It's all a bloody joke. The will be proud of me. Dealing drugs from the sick and...
Ya, bukan mudah ni buat tembak.
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed. And I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Ya, aku lupa
Good
nak
evening.
tanya dia.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just faked me last nerve.
Whatever the boy did,
salah.
I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just faked me last nerve.
Oh, okay. Dah.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. It's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Dah.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye
Won't end
for
up
now.
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Sambung. Sekejap. Tunggu sekejap.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Mana tu? Apa tu namanya? Apa ya? Oh ni.
Me? I'll not die in some piss stinking alley reeking worse than a
Kau
week old
kita
lappy.
api. Sambung sekarang pukul apa? 9.13.
Gangs of wolves, if you ask me.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Perlu aku tanya.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt.
Cadogan Bates.
The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Nope. Okay.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Kamu ni jual apa? Apa ni? Vampyr. Semua aku ada. Cuma ni dah aku lah, semua ni aku ada. Good. Okay.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your
Ni ke dia?
problems.
Siapa
Good
nama
evening,
dia?
As
Benjamin.
long as you have them.
Can I
Oh,
help?
Benjamin.
I'm
Oh, salah.
afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Salah.
A
Sorry.
gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Even the
Aku nak cari
no match
Darius.
for the Swanborough cordial.
Sini tadi lagi seorang.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not
Are you all right?
the bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can
Maksudnya?
help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Mana aku cakap aku tak live? Semalam kan end. Aku tak end live, so aku malas nak live. Mesti tak manage.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Sort off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd
Dia
appreciate
tadi nak cari
Never heard of
apa
her.
Dorothy Crane dia.
She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
So aku nak kena pergi kat 51 meter tu. Perempuan tadi dah cakap dengan dia lah. Dia cakap ada suara bayi. Bayi. Oh dah. Oh kat dalam ni lah. Apa lah? Tapi at least aku dapat maklumat. Betul.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Tak ada. Tengok dia ada di sini. Hey, dia pergi belakang. Oi. Ya, aku boleh buka pintu ni balik ke? Buka dah.
There's nobody here.
Memanglah, buka lah. Ni tak dibuka.
It's locked.
Apa ni? Oh, ni tadi. Sekejap. Asal ada pandangan ni? Tu. Dia lah nak cari kan. Asal dia tak masuk ni? Dia ada jalan dia ni. Ya, dia ada jalan dia. Tengok, situ ada pintu. Tapi masa pintu tu masuk dari dalam kan. Ambil loot, ya. Tak ada darah. Tak ada benda yang aku boleh buat kat sini. Ketuk lagi, lupa. So
No one's there.
aku just cari jalan. Tak boleh kau naik atas dia terus lah. Kan kau vampire. Spring lagi. Cuba aku turun. Ni turun lagi ni.
Turn around, sir.
Alright, sir.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Ya, aku dah turn round lah. Nak milu je. Sini kot jalan dia. Ke ni jalan sama? Yikes, ni jalan sama. Bawah ni. Bawah ni gini. Oh shoot, aku tak nak lawan. Benda tu level lagi tinggi dari aku. So aku tak boleh lawan, susah. 2 hit aku mati macam tadi. No. Aku pun weapon aku baru level berapa macam. Aku baru level 6. So tak boleh lawan.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Sekejap, sini belakang dia ada jalan. Oh, ada tikus lah, makan tikus. Lagi satu. Ambil je lagi satu tu. Dia punya bunyi kan, sakit tu tepi aku. Ya, kasi aku cari jalan tu. Ni apa? Oh, tak boleh ambil kan. Oh, ada orang mati. Ada cigarette je. Ni boleh buka? Tak boleh. Nope, tak boleh buka. Tak duduk dalam tu. Dah jalan. Pintu ni buka? Nope, tak boleh. Investigate. Ni apa? Oh, sama macam sekarang lah. Okay, tak ada apa-apa. Ya, asis lah. Aku tak boleh buka ni pun. Investigate. Macam mana? But how? Tak ada jalan pun. Macam mana siap? Walah, ni ketuk pintu di sini.
There's no one in.
Jalan dah tak? Tak mungkin lah kan? Ni pun tak boleh masuk. Teruk lah. Ke nak kena pusing? Aduh. Ya aku try pusing, tak apa lawan lelaki ni sekejap. Sekejap kot.
Better go home, sir.
Oh, ramai lah member ni. Oh, stamina. Ui, macam mana dia buatnya tu? Oh, okay. Bahaya juga dia ni. Sorry. Kena. Oh. Mati. Okay. Macam mana boleh kena? Aku dah elak. Tu lead plate ni. Aku nak kena pusing di sana kot. Wah, jalan lain dah kat sini. Wah, jalan lain siap kat situ. Oh, bawah ni. Mungkin enggak? Tak boleh, okey, bukan. Pelik saja dah masuk mana siap. Asal dia buatnya tu? Confused sikit. Tunggu jap. Ada apa-apa? Tak boleh, aku tak ada. Tu Dorothy. Cari dia kat situ je. Oh. Dia kat situ. Okey. Investigate kan. sikit tengok dari sini. Bodoh tu. Ya Allah, aku dari tadi pusing. Aku nak kena jalan ke kanan sikit. Apa sia? Apa?
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Okay, so...
I cannot enter. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
So, aku nak kena lalu situ juga. Bagus satu. Nak kena lawan yang kuat tau. Oh, tak. Ada jalan lain? Nasib baik aku tak pergi sini.
Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You paid one way or another. Please, Joe. How long
Please,
we
Joe.
known each other?
Ni apa? Get freedom or join the royal fleet today. Would you like to know more?
We used to be neighbours for...
Oh, ni British.
Christ's sake, I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Britain Barrett. Tu siapa? Asal dia macam tu? Dia cakap siapa? Dia orang tak dengar pun kau cakap apa. Okay. Biar aku tanya kau something.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Itulah. My son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of
Vampyr kan musuh dia ni.
but I especially
So
abhor
ni
that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
I'm your father.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern health.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fibre.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are
aku ingat dia tu dia I am lost.
causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know?
No, yep.
Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city.
Kalau aku tanya banyak kali dia tak penat jawab macam tu
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself. corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes,
Dia
I've
macam
seen
buat suara dia kat dalam.
those minions from the abyss.
Minions.
Really? And what would be your answer to this?
Ya. Kau masuk lagi ni, kau tukar jadi ni.
Before this legion
Siapa
outnumbers
nama dia?
us. But not with scalpels
Bodoh,
and microscopes.
Raid ni, kau lempang dia.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Jonathan Reed Jonathan Reed. Personal question.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
Inalila terus gila.
But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Sekejap, nama anak dia Samuel kan? Tu bukan tu ke? Apa nama Iblis kan? Lucifer. Kan? Nah, aku tak tahu.
You sent him on
Samuel.
some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer,
Samuel
will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Samuel. Jap. Nah, kalau aku salah, maafkan aku ya.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Oh, bukan tu. Tak lah, tak tahu. IDK Flying Captain in the area. Yo, aku tak ada masa dalam ni. Sekejap, so aku ikut jalan sini lah. Apa tu? Asal aku boleh pergi atas ni? Apa function aku pergi atas ni? Oh, kau faham loot. Takkan ada saja buat macam ni kan? Nampak aku rasa saja je tu. Ni cover ada wolf lah. Apa ni? Small file book of voucher for make a check. If you sing, if you have no money, wherever you are, can't see Dorothy. Ya, tu Dorothy. Takkan setiap people nafsi no aveti money. Kamalia, ni dia. Baru yang nak cari kau.
Good evening, Miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Tapi dia Kamalia.
I'd like to ask
Bukan
you a
tadi
few
kau dah baca ke?
questions.
Oh tak, sorry.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
Kalau aku jadi dia ni lama makan je tak apa. Sak darah je tak apa. Dia buat apa? Okay then. Aku salah jalan ke? Salah jalan. Betul lah. Ikut. Oh. Sekejap. Asal jalan lain. Asal dia suruh aku patah balik. Lah. Salah jalan. Okay tak apa. Lah dia laju. Ikut. Ikut. Clayton. Kau Clayton. Betul lah.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt. Fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Yeah.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can easily find him behind the church.
Behind? Oh, okay. Pop, banyak.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Satu tidur kat atas katil, lagi satu... Oh, lagi satu dah keluar. Dia baru keluar.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
So, aku dah tak payah sembang dengan dia. Belakang Cik Shen. Aku tak dengar apa dia cakap. Dia gila apa? Dia buat apa? Dia tak cakap apa pun. Belakang Cik Shen. Kena masuk situ lah. Oh, tak payah. Find the mailbox. Mailbox. Oi, perempuan. Mana mailbox? Yo, itu aku buka tadi kan. So dia dekat kawasan tu je. Okay. Dia dekat kawasan ni je. Ni asal aku datang ni. Quarantine. Quarantine. Dah satu. Sama macam. Ni.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Sorry. Aku tekan X. Tak sempat nak baca. baca pun. Kot. Harap tak ada benda penting dalam tu. Marah?
Sorry sir, no admittance.
Oh, okey. Habis tu kenapa kau nak lawan aku?
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
Wait, what? Bukan kena tadi tu. Grenade. Oh, tak apalah, dia ada. Oh, dia lain. Dia orang lain. Tengok, dia ada apa-apa. Yang tu aku kalah, confirm yang tu aku kalah. Kau tengok lah dia pegang apa. Aku dah pukul. Tak kena kan. Lepas tu dia pegang ada tanda salib. Memang aku kalah. Apa fakta? Fakta apa? Pasal. Ya, ni siapa?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
No. Asal aku nak tanya lagi, tapi aku dah tahu.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Oh, iya ke? Serius lah? Cuba kau try kucing. Ataupun try ambil kucing jalan je tu, try. Atau, okey, ya asal tilam kat sini. Alamak. Asal ni lain? Oh tak, ni sama, okey. Bapak jahat. Jap. Jelin. Ui, shit. Asal aku tak lari? Salah jalan. So, situ tak ada jalan lah. Habis aku nak jalan mana? Dalam ni je. Tapi mana boleh? Ke betul jalan belakang tadi? Tak juga. Sebab dia kena pergi ke... Oh, mungkin betul lah jalan tadi.
It's locked, all right.
Tak, maksudnya kau boleh lompat ke situ. Kau lompat lagi situ pasal masuk situ. Wait, sini ada lain tau. Oh, dia level 14. No. No, level 14. No. Yang besar datang. Dia level 14 ah. Oh, iya ke? Aku cakap dah try lah. Hidup ke? Ni cerita tak dilawan tu. Tak boleh kelak. Aku mati dengan weapon baru 110 damage. Dengan stamina dia nak. Buka dah pintu tu. Buka. Dia tak ada buka ke? Dia ketuk tapi tak ada buka. Oi, padri. Oi, buka oh. Orang kau, anak kau nak masuk. Buka lah. Kau tadi kau cakap ni. Ke sini. Sumpahlah sini. Bapak ah. Tak. Mana mungkin. Asal dia buka. Oh, ada duduk. Ui, bodoh. Ah, tu yang aku malas. Tengok 2 hit je. 2 hit je tu. Okay, shoot. Okay. I mess up. Aku belah. Memang taklah 2 hit je nyawa aku dah macam tu. Salah jalan. Ui, stop kerja aku gila. Memang bagus kan. Okey. Okey, satu mati. 2 hit nyawa aku boleh macam tu dah. Pasal aku punya Okey.
An angel made flesh, I tell you.
Dia gila ke apa? Teleport.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Vampyr.
Be my guest.
Tadi tu Vampyr tau. Yang 3 tu. Dia pukul aku 2 macam tu. Tapi yang awal-awal tadi tu ada level 18. Pukul aku 2 kali aku mati. Yang werewolf at least dia tak damage tak ni sangat lah. Tak sakit lah. Yang mana lah Vampyr tadi. Sumpah sakit. 2 kali je aku boleh mati rasanya.
May I ask you a few
Tak tahu macam mana
questions
aku boleh
about
survive.
the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it
Yang
not?
aku pernah tadi lah.
I'll be glad to help you.
Minit
if I
berapa
can.
aku lupa. Sekejap aku dah live berapa minit.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this facility.
Susah gila, tak ada weapon, baru level 6 semua.
The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious.
Dengan
But
peluru
sorry, no,
weapon tu
never heard of
sikit. So tak apa lah.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Okay, tu yang laki awal tadi kan. Sekejap, tekan apa Aku lupa.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now.
Sekejap, kat luar tu ada Vampyr tau. Kau jangan lupa tau. Wah, duduk. Tu api. Mana duduk lagi satu? Oh. Dia tak ada buka lock apa-apa. Tak ada apa-apa? Tak ada apa-apa? Okey, jom lah. Sambung. Sekarang aku nak kena pergi kat Dorothy Crane tu. Oh, Darius. Cari ni. Cari pintu masuk. Oi.
One way or another.
How long have we known him? Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis.
I'm Barrett
I don't have time to
Lewis.
waste with talk, but at this hour of the night, I can hardly refuse.
Treat. Kenapa ya?
Right then. Show me what you have.
Commentary kepat, tiny good handle part. 80 tu dia jual. Mahal ni. Mahalnya kau jual, jahatnya kau jual. Jahat. What do you mean by that? Common. Aduh, ni rare kot. Good lah, rare kan. Ni common. Rare lah. Malah aku nak beli kau mahal lah jual kau. Oh, pintu tadi boleh buka.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions.
Kalau aku terdiri ni aku terus sepak bini ni masuk.
My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Mana saya
Only pain and suffering in this world.
Oi, jahat Rick ni. Masuk-masuk rumah curi barang. Sorry lah, jahat aku dah ambil barang belakang kau ni. Thank you. Yo. Atas ni ke bapak kau?
Even my dreams.
Tak nak aku tak nak sembang kau, tak apa, tak perlu. Wah, baik si Hari. Masuk-masuk rumah orang terus curi barang. You know. Curi barang is
It's
important.
locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Siapa? Baik, siapa dia ni? Dah? Dah, curi. Aku tak boleh buat apa-apa pun. Kalau dia nampak benda dia tak auto. Dia auto. Kot. Aku rasa lah auto. Find a way to Darius. Ni. Betul tak? Tak. So aku kena tanya anak dia.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Tak nak. Buat apa tanya budak ni?
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Dia tak ada clue apa-apa pun. Dorothy tu tak payah sebab kita tahu lah kat ni.
Even my dreams are so...
Status serious. Oh. Yo, pintu ni lock lah. Aku nak masuk ke? Siapa kau? Jangan sana, teman aku. Walaupun aku vampire, at least teman aku kan. Oh, dalam ni lah. Banyak pintu-pintu ni enggak bukan tadi lock lah. Asal dia...
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sepak. Tukar apa
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
Tak boleh.
I have to admit your words have conviction.
Kita kan kacau agak.
All right, I'll let you see that here. Don't make me regret this, though.
Hey, 110 XP. Wah, boleh upgrade something ah. Aduh, aku tak upgrade lagi. Aku nak kena balik. Curi barang, curi. Boleh curi barang. Shilling. Shilling pun dia nak curi. Tak, aku tak nak sembang kau. Aku nak curi barang kau. Okay. Oh, banyak loot rumah kau ni. Oh, loot lagi. Oho. Banyak saya loot dia.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Dia marah aku siap. Cancel Kimi. Dah, aku tak nak sembang dengan dia. Oh, jap. No. Aku nak cari barang lagi kat rumah ni. Aku tak nak sembang kau kecuali dia ada something.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally
Dorothea.
May I ask
Dorothea.
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Find Dorothy Crane. Aku tak perlu tanya kau dah. Okay, so aku buka pintu ni. Kalau lock kan, aku buka. Senang kerja aku kan kalau aku datang lagi. So, kalau serigala ataupun vampire nak masuk-masuk lah. Tak ada hal. Biasa lah, hospital. Ni bukan hospital, ni macam apa? Klinik Klinik. Ya, ramai orang. Oi, jangan batuk. Kau tahu tak corona? Oh, corona lah, flu. Kau ni, jangan batuk lah. Senyap. Senyap. Aku nak curi barang ya. Oh, shilling. 5 shilling. Bising siang batuk. Ada loot. No loot. Ni lock ke? Oh, tak lock. Bagus, saya tak lock. Besar tu tempat ni. Klinik lah ni. Banyak saya loot. Nice. Ho. Ni apa? Bukan loot dah. Loot. Oh, apa dah? Later to next screen. Tak perlu. Shit. Loot. Asal pintu seram sangat. Kat mana atas? Ada lagi asal kat atas. Asal bunyi dia pintu. Apa dia buat tu? Dia nak bunuh diri ke? Dia tunggu aku datang. Aku datang kau dia bunuh diri. Tak apa, aku ambil loot dulu. Kau jangan bunuh diri dulu. Tunggu jap. Kasih aku ambil loot dulu. Ha? Ha? Ya. Wait, what? Game aku crash aku rasa. Bagus satu crash. Jap.
It's locked.
Time macam ni kau nak crash Serius lah crash. Tengok jap. Serius lah crash. Itulah akibatnya merompak rumah hospital ataupun klinik. Game crash. Tunggu ya, aku restart ya. Tekan apa? Return to. Time tu gan crash. Harap dah tak tu. Masuk aku harap tak crash tu lepas ni. Itu juga yang crash. Oi. Kasihanilah saya. Wait, what? Okay. Dia boleh nak crash time macam tu. So, apa pendapat anda? Aku dah live berapa? 1 jam 1 jam 22 minit. Lepas aku dah cakap semua dengan Dorothy Crane lepas aku end live Ni pun satu. Kalau dia crash sekali, bye bye. Yo, apa jadi? Rasa tak ada sound. Aku ingat aku. Okay, kita sambung. Aduh, maksudnya aku kena cari dulu.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Dia bagilah aku masuk. Oh, aku tak payah cari loot lagi. Aku dah loot semua kod. Oh, aku tak lepas lah kau. Takut kantoi lah tu. Tak ada loot kan? Tak ada loot kan? Cuma ya, tadi dulu aku dah tengok tu. Ya, tadi orang tu diri sepatutnya macam tu. Betul lah game crash tadi. You need help? I know how to help you. Do you really need help?
He's going into convulsions, doctor.
Alright then.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
Maksudnya nak tukar.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, doctor?
Punch him. Must perform.
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, doctor. None at all.
The only way doktor ni kena dia kena gigit.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Siapa baru naik ni? Tengok muka dia benda seram. Takkan perempuan ni tak tahu dia ni.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Turun je lah.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Dah, kau cakap turun. Dah, shoo. Buat je.
A dose of epinephrine now.
Yes, Doctor.
Kau punya macam tahu je. Yes. Kau tadi tak nampak ke? Macam ni boleh buat lagi? Mati. Mati. Jilat tangan kau tu.
We've lost the pulse.
Yes, dia mati.
He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly?
Yes, dia mati.
Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log?
Yes.
Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never
Aku
seen
dah suruh kau
symptoms
turun,
like
kau tak
these on the
nak.
continent.
Dia boleh hidup tadi kalau aku gigit dia.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
Tapi
There have
benda tu boleh
been
hidup balik kan?
numerous reports of mental breakdowns
Oi, Dorothy,
caused by
turun
the
lah.
fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Dia nak minum. Daus. Dia tak nampak kan? Minum lah. Dia tengah tak pandang kau minum je dah.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Merompak dia kan? Tak apa kan? Dosa kan?
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Hell yeah. Mana satu? Ending this right now. I look away but you resign.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
memang tak lah aku nak spare dia kan. Lepas aku dapat trofi, confirm aku dapat trofi.
I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Oh, apa jadi? Nah, kan aku dah cakap aku dapat ni. Aku dapat apa trofi. Yo, apa jadi bawah tu? Bawah. Kau bunuh dia? Kau bunuh dia? Oh. Oh. Kau tembak aku tak ada rasa ah. Oh. Baik, mana dia orang? Satu kat sini. Lagi satu mana? Ah, kalau aku bunuh orang kan, aku dapat trofi tau. Macam tadi aku bunuh Dorothy, aku dapat trofi sebab orang tu macam orang penting. So aku dapat trofi.
This one's mine.
Kena. Oh, ramai kak. Kena. Oi. Oi. Kau buat aku macam mainan kau Tambah. Okey dah full. Melayang. Biasalah lawan ni kan. Yo, asal aku tak boleh masuk rumah orang tu ni? Jap. Dia orang ada loot kan? Asal aku tak ambil sah? Kan aku dah ambil. Ni dia orang ni. Oh dah aku lupa sah. Bagus lah tau aku bunuh Dorothy tadi. Sebaik aku buka pintu ni awal kan? Tak, sebenarnya boleh kan? Tengah buat apa? Dia tak tahu ke Dorothy dah mati? Bagus lah tu. Confirm dia pegang kan? Dia cari aku depan ni.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
You've wasted your life away.
Dia buat apa? Yo, pergi destinasi. Taradandana, tarada. Lagi apa tu, babi? Sekejap, tak saya aku kat sini yang ada tu serigala. Oh, aku lawan aku mati aku rasa. Kot. Serious. Oh, sini status dia serious. Harap tak jumpa siapa dia. Asyik tak tahu aku pun vampire.
Blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Sepatutnya ada. Oh shoot, level 14.
Crush the leech, boys.
Gigit lah pergi. Oh, kena sekor. Sakit ah. Bagus tu. Thank you.
Burn it, boys.
Ui, siapa tembak aku? Lah, dia member dia kat belakang ni. Aish. Oi. Cila. Tak jauh Ustaz. Aish. Oi oi. Ah. Oi oi. Dah. Bodoh. Aish. Aha. Aku tinggalkan tu. Ui, baling apa sia? Ai. Poin aku ada 8,000 dah tu. Gigit. Aku nak bunuh dia je. Susah kan? Oi, belakang kau. Kan kau dah kena.
Crush the leech, boys!
Okay. Baru bully. Saja tu. Bully dia. Come. Okay. Dah aku bunuh je dah. Okay, sekarang ni aku nak pergi mana? Asal dia berbadan. Ada orang saya kat atas ni. Boleh ada darah. Ini bukan upgrade tempat kucing aku, bukan kan? Ini bukan tempat upgrade. Oh, bukan. Sorry. Ya, ini betul. Cuma aku nak upgrade diri aku. Aku nak upgrade yang ni tu. Sekejap, aku ada level 2. Oh, aku boleh upgrade level. Work in progress. Apa ni? Decrease stamina. Okay, yang ni Tristan. Oh, Tristan. Decrease stamina. Bagus juga ni decrease stamina ni. Kena stun Sebenarnya aku boleh beli dua-dua ni. Tapi ni macam lagi menarik. Oh, tak ya kalau bawah tu ada. Okay, that's better. Bisa. Okay, mana? Tu dia. Ada wolf dekat situ. Wolf, I mean werewolf. Lepas ni aku end live lah. Lepas aku upgrade semua ni. Aku ada 9,000 point. Apa ni? Recovery. Ini aku tak upgrade lah. Aku tak ada. Hero aku tak ada. Claw aku lagi penting. Sekejap. Ini kurang kuat tu. Ini apa? Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist apa? Butuh. Habis tu esok macam mana? Esok ni ke? Ni apa Defensive. Sekejap aku nak tengok salah satu. Apa special Blood Barrier. Blood Barrier. Vampyr afraid of suffering damage. Blood Barrier protect you from direct. Oh. Duration 5 second. Ni berapa second? Aku tak nampak ah. Tak nampak, tak apa. 5 second. Bagus juga sniper ni, tak apa lah. Aku nak upgrade keluar. Keluar macam bagus, tapi tak pernah guna lagi. Keluar kan. Tapi kita upgrade yang benda-benda ni. Unlock. Ni apa? You create a shadow value at your target feet, coming to life. With control and let the beast take over for a short time. Lala. Asal ni damage juga. Create a shadow value at your target feet, coming to life and shadow enemy area effect. Berapa ni? Berapa? 1000. Aku beli je dah semua. Ini satu. Ini satu. Ini satu. Macam bagus. Would increase your health. Apa aku beli juga. Dengan yang ni, health ni. Health pun penting tak? Ada berapa? 295. Tak boleh upgrade lah kecuali ni Oh ya, tak boleh. Oh no. Confirm. Okay, kita lagi kuat. Level berapa? Apa je ni? Status. Fight against the rise of crime. A young nurse was found dead yesterday morning. Dah jumpa dah. Behind the wall, but seen to be negative by the doctor. Said sometime want to get medical support from anyone. There was no doubt about the cause of Miss Crean. Passing the poor woman had died from blood loss following the head wound. Really got massive wound over her throat. No hospital man. Apply the victim. This aja dia sekarang. Crap. Sudah sah. Nah. Dah jumpa tu je lah. Ni dia kan. Siapa lagi yang semalam tu aku bunuh? Lagi seorang tu. Ya, aku boleh bunuh dia ke? Tak kan? Aku dah kena bunuh semua tu. Sekejap, mana tu? Lah, dia orang tak lawan. Sampai aku makan tu. Nyawa aku kan tu dah tambah banyak tu. Macam mana aku nak keluar ke situ? Tak boleh lah. Nanti 9 meter. Sekejap. Salah. Pintu tak boleh pun. Wait lah. Buka. Kita level 14 lah. Nampak tu. Ini benda ni kalahkan aku dari tadi tu. Kau boleh kalahkan aku ke? Kau boleh kalahkan aku lagi sekali ke? Apa tu? Kejar aku. Dia tadi aku kalahkan dia ni. Aku jadi rich. Lah apa jadi? Sekejap je. Tengok dia level 18 tau. Shit, lepas ni susah. Aku dekat dengan dia. Come. Alah, dia tak datang. Layak. Ambil kau lah. Apa ni? Kau new boy. I think I found one. LB. He's as stupid as a stool. Betul. He asking me to prove. He could get dropped from. Could get us. So what? He must know medicals. Wet Boot Boy, note.
I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the Wet Boot Boys.
So inilah dia. Duduk dia. Hello, duduk dia. Dia pun susah nak lawan. Dia cari. Hei, geram aku. Perlu aku beritahu budak tu? Tak payah. Kita just sama kita punya cerita. Tak apalah. Hei, lambat sikit lah live. Lambat sikit masuk aku lama sikit. So kita dah healthy nampak. Oh aku aku gimana ni? Oh ni bukan bilik aku. Ya ini bilik aku.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Kau tumpahkan je lah darah kau. Tak apa, benda tu boleh tahan. Chill. You always know. So aku tak nak balik. Bye bye. Uhi. Tadi ada werewolf juga. Cuma aku tak lawan sebab dia lagi tinggi daripada dia. 20 berapa lah daripada dia. Tak, aku nak lawan kan. Sekejap. Aku nak pergi. Report to Lady Ash. Oh, Lady Ash buru kat depan dia Oi, belang kau Vampyr. Mana? Yo lady, what's up man? Wui, bodoh.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Kau jangan macam kau, aku dah level 14, so kau tahu tak? Kenapa ya? Oh.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Dah. Sebelum ni.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Ni, tukar
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
No.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
A vampire? Is that what I am?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon.
Ekon?
And that you shall remain.
Ekon?
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
7 kali 3 confirm tu umur sebenar ni ataupun kali berapa? I don't know.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure.
Umurnya terbaring kan, dah mati Cuma hidup balik
I
sana
take
tu.
no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's
Ni tadi.
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
You do not creep me.
What type of vampire is a scar?
Banyaknya jenis.
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires.
Dia confirm game ni kan, Kalang time dah nak habis itu kan, confirm dia akan lawan dengan ni. Siapa tu? Yang buat dia ni, confirm lah. Percaya aku. Buat London. Siapa tu London? Vampire.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
My lady.
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
What that mean?
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed.
Aku rasa Dr.
is almost never
lah.
accidental.
Swansea. Aku rasa dia lah yang buat kau. Tak juga. Sebab tadi tu dia pegang tu kan, benda tanda salib lah.
When I awoke, changed,
So
I
bukan
was
dia.
chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't... More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
What's glorious?
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
So, maksudnya kalau manusia tahu
You
diorang ni
make them sound
vampire,
like some sort of
maksudnya
cult.
semua vampire kumpul lah kan?
More a
Lawan manusia.
society.
Ui, bagus juga kan?
And like
Ui.
all the best ones,
Aku
a
akan buat juga.
secret society. I thought them almost gone,
Aku
but it
bunuh
seemed they have
kereta
been
aku.
recruiting.
Pasal aku jadi king. Tak ada.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
Nampak. Tadi cakap umur 27 tahun kan? Tadi cakap long time. Lama lagi lah tu. Dah lama tu.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Apa tu? Hantu?
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
I bid you farewell. For now, Melody. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Yo, duduk. Okay. Malah aku tak naik atas tu. Sebab apa? Sebab jauh aku. Jadi yang ni paling dekat bagi aku. Nampak? Kalau naik atas sana jauh lah. Apa? Buat apa tadi? Aku tahu kenapa buat apa ni. Ini kan? Sudah loading. Lama ni dia loading. Mana? Wait. Saya ada. Aku dulu buat apa? Oh ni. Oh ni lah. Okay, aku dah analyse kan. So tak ada lah.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Okay, jumpa Dr. Swansea dulu. Oh, mission update. Chapter ketiga dah. Aku perasan game ni ada chapter tadi. Apa ni? Siapa ni? Dr. Tippets, Dr. Stickland, Dr. Akriot. Ni khas untuk Dr. Raid. Oh, ni bilik apa? Oh, ni aku dah ambil loot dah. At least betulkanlah pintu tu teruk kan. Yo, ada loot. Ada loot. Oh, ada loot lagi. Ya, aku tahu nak kena jumpa doktor siapa tu? Dr. Swansea. Dr. Swansea, my man. Yo, what's up, my man? My man.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu,
It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
Oh. You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
It's too dangerous, eh?
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Yo. Oh, apa tu? Yo. Kau jangan ada dulu sini. Kau belah. Oh, aku ingat sangkut. Reach the storage chemistry that was in the top. So tu 147 meter dah. Ngeng. So keluar lagi ya ni.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary. I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Kat mana? Asal belah sana? Bukan jalan ni lah. Betul, bukan jalan ni. Asal aku ikut jalan ni Seram juga jalan ni sebenarnya. Walaupun dia ni vampire kan, tapi seram juga. So, aku dah pergi belakang sana lah. Loading. Siapa ni? Kenapa loading? Suddenly loading. Apa sini? Asal loading. Yo. So, sini tak ada vampire sangat lah kan? Dah healthy. Aku dengan perempuan tadi tu je lah vampire. Aku boleh naik atas ni kan? Naik. Bodoh tak boleh. Boleh pecahkan. Tak masuk aku pecahkan ni. Lah, aku ingat pecahkan tu boleh naik atas sana terus. Pintu. Oh, dia cover pintu jalan naik. Memanglah naik atas masa aku jalan gini. Oh, loot lagi. Ni tempat apa? Aha. Ui. Dah mati lah seorang tu. Aku tak nak bunuh diorang. Aku nak ni, apa tu namanya? Aku nak isap darah diorang. Itu betul. Serve initiator from guard prison command post. Oh, diorang seperti asal aku bunuh diorang. Bapak jahat saya. Shotgun shell. Tak pernah ada shot. Oh, lelaki tu ada. Okey. Aku tak nak bunuh. Tapi masa ni terbunuh. What a shame. What a shame. Macam tu kan lagu dia kan. Betul kan macam tu harus. So critical. Oh shoot. Sini critical lah. Siap. Oh ada mayat dah bawah. Yo aku datang. Oh shoot. Aku tak nak cakap. Tapi aku tahu kenapa dia di sini. Confirm lah. Hopefully laki-laki bunuh dia kan. Bapak jahat siap. Bapak jahat siap kau. Bapak jahat siap kau. Wow, ramai punya. Tak apa. Bodoh. Wow. Chill, my brother, chill.
He's dead!
Jangan mati. Dia tahu aku nak gini. Sekejap, stamina tak ada. Tunggu sekejap. Okey. Dah full. Mati kau. Tak ada jalan lain. Oh, ni ada jalan lain. Critical Oh ya, diorang ada loot lah. Aku lupa diorang ada loot. Apa tu? Pasal berdiri atas ni, buat apa? Oh, loot. Ya, loot. Ni aku dah kutip. Wait, what? Lah, dia semua hilang. Semua salah kau. Yo. Oh. Asal tak kena. Oh. Laki ni pakai apa? Asal tadi aku ni tak kena kan? Salah tu. Tak apa, lawan dia. Last bite. Banyak saya aku dapat darah dia ni. Bagus tu. Pasal ni ada lagi ramai juga kat sini. Buat apa ramai-ramai sini? Buat apa ramai-ramai sini? Sila. Bully dia. Tak apa, aku darah sikit lah. Tak apa. Aku lupa dia ada loot lah. Aku isi lupa dia ada loot. Aku isi lupa dia ada loot. Nampak tu? Hilang lah mayat dia. Tak apa. Sebenarnya boleh speed ni tu kan. Cuma stamina akan hilang.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Mana? Oh, apa ada loot siap? Bukan? Dekat oh. Mana? Aku jadi rich. Boom. Apa? Aku nak serang aku. Tunggu jap. Sebelum aku tolong aku nak duduk. Tak apa, tak duduk dah. What's up, mame? Sebelum aku cakap dengan kau, aku nak duduk.
It's locked.
Lock? Buka apa salahnya?
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the... This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
Docker.
Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Oh, dia naik atas tu. Memang je orang ni bukan Samuel. Mana boleh mati dia.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun.
Susah
Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now.
Jom Xiao.
Goodbye.
Wait, aku nak Xiao dulu. Okay. I Xiao first ah. Bye bye Xiao. Tak ada loot kan. Bukan dia pedih ke kau tengok benda tu? Wow, dia buat apa? Dia sebut. Serang mana? Dia belakang ni, bahaya. Sakit. Sakit juga kau pukul tikus. No. Okey, baru makan tikus. Boleh. Dapat ni siapa pest control. Dapat trofi lagi. Aku dapat trofi lagi. Biasa. I'm pro, you know. Mana Xiao tadi? Dah Xiao ke? Xiao lan chi. Au. Wow. Sorry ya, bro. Aku tak sengaja. Gigit kau jap. Tu bahaya. Salah tekan. Yikes, aku salah tekan. Dia sepatut kena tu. Pandai kau elak kali ni. Ai. Sakit. Dia pun jahat. Paksa dia pakai. Come lah. Elak juga kau. La. Dia buat apa ni? Lah, dia pun tengok ni ke kubur. Lah, dia pun tengok ni. Ui, dia elak je. Aku pun vampire. Mati kau. Kasih loot sekarang. Mana loot kau? Mana loot kau? Kau tak ada loot ke? Dasar maskain. Siapa bawa kau gigit tu? Ya, aku datang nak tengok kubur ni je. Kakak aku. Bukan datang nak lawan. Ya, aku rasa aku sesat tu. Ke betul jalan ni? Aku rasa konsep game ni dia nak buat kita takut lah. Tapi masalahnya bila kita vampire mana takut siap.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Yang kau datang kan kau bunuh. Dari time Mary. Mak dia. Oh shit. Oh tu mak dia. Dari tadi ada vampire. Macam ni mak dia boleh ni.
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes,
dust
to
tadi aku ingat
dust.
yang tengah apa? Yang baju putih tu mak dia. Yang lelaki yang pegang bunga ni tengah cakap. Buta dia aku sekarang.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please
Mak dia
take
kaya
me.
siap.
Yes, madam.
Oh, mak dia kaya. Maksudnya dia ni orang kaya gila kan. Yo, padri dari baik kau belah. Yeah, mame. Kalau kau stay situ kan kau mati yang. Boom. What's up, man? Aku bunuh kau. Apa khabar kakakku? Aku tanya apa khabar?
Oh, Mary.
Yo, buat esok aku tak join kelas
What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Tapi muka dia seram. Takkan dia orang semua tak perasan tu?
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Maksud perempuan ni dia ikut laki ni kan?
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
You sound like a bad joke.
A vampire crying over the death of a loved one. It sounds like a bad joke.
No, Jonathan. She was your sister. And the pain of her death, the hunger that killed her, will stab at you for years. It's important to cry for those you love.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Aku rasa ni sambil esok lah. Aku pun dah penat Okay, sambil esok kita stop sampai kat Mary ni je lah. Tapi mana Mary? Oh, tu Mary. Buka lah, try tengok apa kau buat kat dia. Mana tahu dia boleh hidup balik kan. Oh shoot, aku baru pecahkan. Apa? Oh Kau datang marah Ohoi. Best pula boleh hancurkan pedang. Boleh hancurkan benda tu? Oh, tak boleh. Oi, gila lah. Boleh main-main siap. Ni apa? Ada candle semua ni. Tak boleh baca siap. Okay lah, aku caw dulu Okay. Malah aku nak sambut, dah penat. Esok. Okay, aku caw dulu. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. Ciao dulu. Bye-bye. Bye.